What's going on, people? So, got some of these here, the X-Men Topps Finest, X-Men 97, Nothing on the back. I always think there's going to be something back there, and then it just kind of is plain. But either way, so that's what the box is looking like. Not a whole lot going on, you know what I'm saying? But I did one of these unboxings, well, I guess two the other day. And so now I'm just doing this all over again, just to kind of see how this plays out, right? Now, if you happen to be curious about the X-Men 97 cards that came out during it was like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, right? I did talk about those in the last unboxing because I do have well, I bought 3 packs. Well, I bought 4, gave one away, but each pack has a full set. So either way, I just talked about those on the last video. So if you're curious about them, feel free to watch that if you want to. Or if you want to save some time and you're still curious or whatever, just look up some pictures online. It'll kind of be faster and easier probably. So, box number 1, let's go ahead and jump on into this. Okay, so again, I don't really remember a whole lot about hey, Sauron. I got one of him, I got 2 of him last time, so there's that. Now, like I was saying before, when I first bought this set, right, I didn't really know anything about it. I just know that I like buying cards, so I figured let's go ahead, pick up these X-Men 97 cards, see how that whole thing plays out, right? So as far as what's in here that's like sought after and all that stuff, I honestly just don't know. It doesn't really matter either. I just kind of buy things just for my own personal, I don't know, collection or whatever you want to call it. Not saying I'll necessarily go ahead and try to get this whole set. I don't think that I will because I don't think that they look all that amazing, but once I figure this out afterwards and see what the base set is, then maybe I'll make that decision. But, I don't really know anything about the cards. I just like having them, like open them up, see what's in there, it's just kind of fun, Lets me relive my youth in some sort of ways. So that's kind of why these videos might come off a certain way or whatever to some people, right? It's just because I'm kind of a casual interest sort of guy. But so far, it is Mr. Sinister. I haven't seen a lot of Mr. Sinister in any of the other unboxings that I've done. I don't think so anyways, as far as like the 92s or the XLs here. So that's kind of cool because he is, I wouldn't necessarily say he's like one of my top 3 favorites because I've already said the top 3s would be between Forge, Multiple Man, and Dazzler, but I do like him a lot. And having started reading comics more recently, around like the Sins of Sinister situation, I can say that he is pretty interesting as far as like the different layers to him and whatnot. It's kind of a terrible person or whatever, but I don't know, something about him that just makes you kind of think, you know what, this guy might actually just be all right, which is, I don't know, maybe that says more about me or whatever. But it is also why I bought that Iron Studios statue. Maybe you saw that video some time ago. Picked that up from, what is this? Something stuck together. All right. Picked that up from, where did I get? Big Bad Toy Store. That's where I got that one. Because originally I had planned to buy it straight from Iron Studios. Who is that? That's a new one to me. Originally I had planned to buy it from Iron Studios, that Mr. Sinister statue. Get it straight from the people who made it, Makes sense sometimes. Until you look at their shipping and you realize that it makes sense to buy it from somewhere else. But the thing was, it got really sketchy buying it from somewhere else because I guess they just didn't get nearly as many. So it went out of stock pretty quick, and I saw them in stock, which is when I canceled my pre-order from the Iron Studios. And so I made my order from Big Bad, and then immediately it was out of stock. Apparently I just bought the last one. And even after that, it still took forever for them to actually like mail it to me. So I did save on shipping, yes, but it also was a huge delay in me actually getting it. So if you want something quickly, then yeah, I guess it does make sense to go straight from the source. But if you don't mind and you're cool with a little bit of a wait and saving some money, well then in that case, yeah, Big Bad Toy Store all the way. So, and I do like shopping with them anyways, just because they have the whole pile of loot thing, and I'm often making pre-orders. Just makes it a lot easier on me, because I don't have to worry about a whole bunch of different boxes just showing up all the time. I can have them saved until I'm ready to have them shipped out. Well, that's a new one. Let's say 20 out of 25. Because it's got this orange border, so that I didn't see any of those in the last one. And it says common on the back, but I don't know. I mean, I'd have to say that it's not. And then there's Jean Grey, right? And Psylocke, big fan of Psylocke. She's got her own comic going on right now. But yeah, so I like the big bad toy store pile of loot thing because I can make a bunch of orders, and then you get 90 days from the time that, an item arrives to have it shipped, which is usually a fair amount. So I get a whole bunch of stuff. It all eventually arrives, and then there's Dazzler, and then I have them send it all. And the advantage to that, like I was saying about saving money, is that when they send it to you, it's $4 flat rate shipping, right? So you can buy a whole bunch of AEW pre-orders, a few Ultimate Edition WWE figures, slip a couple statues in there from Hot Toys or Big Bad or Iron Studios or whatever, all that stuff, and it's still just going to be $4. So I do like that a lot. And it's actually like pretty quick too, as far as the time it takes for them to get it to you from like the shipping date. I mean, I get that that's more a thing on FedEx or UPS or whoever it is, but I'm just saying, for me, everything arrives pretty quick. I am a fan of that. I just noticed there's like different. I haven't really looked at the covers of these packages. I just noticed they're not all the same. I'm pretty sure the other cards that I've been opening have all been the same. Like the Marvel Masterpieces and stuff. Let's see. Hey, Apocalypse. That's pretty alright. I do like Apocalypse a fair amount. And it's one of those broken background ones, whatever that means. Alright, Sebastian Shaw, little Jean Grey, and Callisto. Like I said, looks like a co-worker of mine. Former co-worker of mine. I changed jobs not too long ago. Alright, let's see how this box ends. Hopefully there's something in here that's pretty cool. I mean, again, did get that, what's his name? Like the orange card out of that other one, so that was something. I feel like, is this different? No, it might be. I don't remember if those other greatest hits had like the flashy border or not. I've only been paying like so little attention. I'm gonna assume not, that they did, because like this one does. So I don't know. I don't really pay a whole lot of attention when I'm doing these unboxings. I'm just kind of talking about random stuff and showing you a bunch of cards. And then later on, I go through them to see what all I have. And that's when I do my little follow-up at the end to recap things and stuff. And that's when it all starts to come together and I see some of the ones that I just overlooked. All right, where'd that knife go? Let's go ahead and jump on into this thing here. See if I can get into this somewhat easily. All right, it's a lot of plastic going on here, but luckily not so much on the tape. So that makes things just a little smoother. All right, box number 2. Let's knock this thing out. So, but yeah, as far as these cards go, let's talk about that for a second, right? Now, I'm not saying that they look bad or anything, because they're not bad. It's just that there's not a whole lot going on with them that makes me like jump out and be like, wow, these are really cool. I want to have all of these. When I look at like the 92s or the XLs, something about those, just like the artwork is just better. It's just a thing that I'm just into. And I get that, the artwork on these is only going to be so good because, you got to go by the source material, right? And it is based off of a cartoon. But I'm just saying, like, something about the cars just doesn't really stand out so much to me for whatever reason. So it's not that I don't like them. I guess the bar has been set a little bit higher for me on some certain ways. So once I figure out, like I said before, once I figure out what the base set is and how many of them I already have, which I honestly don't even know how to gauge that because they have like this Rise and then they have Ultimates and whatever. But once I get that figured out, oh, something's in here that's a little different. What is this? What's happening here? Oh, okay, so this. What is this? I have no idea what's going on here. It's a CR6 though, and that just says some stuff about the thing. Sometimes when you look at the back of these like fancy ones, it'll tell you something about the actual card itself. I'll just set that up there so I remember to come back to it. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's different, it's unique, right? So I do like that. I don't know. So yeah, once I get this whole thing figured out as far as like the base set and how much of it I have, if anything, maybe I'll just go online and buy one of those and buy the individuals. Because I wouldn't imagine these are like too sought after. I mean, I see them in a couple places. The prices have come down a good bit, which is nice because when I bought these, especially like that first 2 boxes I bought initially, and even these weren't exactly cheap, but sometimes it's kind of one of those things where as part of the whole YouTube life or whatever, you every now and then you just buy stuff that's a little pricier than you want to pay, and you're like, I'm just gonna do this, get this video out there, share an opinion, maybe prevent some people from making a mistake that I made, you know. That's how a lot of the shoe things work, honestly. And I just kind of apply that same mindset to this. I sit here, get some stuff a little early, pay a little bit more, and then tell you what I think of it. But at the same time, I also just am showing this so that way you can make your own opinion. But yeah, it's not a bad set. I shouldn't really complain about it. It just doesn't jump out at me. But that's kind of a good thing because honestly, I've spent a lot of money on cards lately. You can probably tell that. So I'm ready to stop doing that. Which is why for these Marvel Masterpiece cards that you see behind here, it's probably going to be the last hobby boxes that I buy. It's very likely to be the last hobby boxes that I buy. And from there, I'm just going to probably just go online, see if I can get a decent deal on the last cards that I need. Buy those individually, knock out those sets. Because on the XLs, I need, it's right around 20 per style, right? Because, okay, this felt a little thick for a second. I wanted to make sure it was only one card. Because I'm about 20 away from the what ifs and about 20 away from the standards, right? So I figure I may as well just collect them both and just be done with it. Now, if I was to combine those, my coworker, he does that. He's just like, yeah, I don't really care as long as it's the numbers of the cards. Like, that's all I'm going for. So he'll mix in like the rainbow variants and the canvases and all the stuff just to kind of get through it. I don't know. I got some weird thing the way my mind is wired, and I just can't do that. It has to all be the same, you know? So that's kind of where I am right now. Is this oh, thought there was something going on there. Yeah, a little card trick being played on me, you know? Fancy that because it's Gambit, you know? So anyways, I figure after this unboxing, I'll probably go over to the eBays and see what's the price on things nowadays, and hopefully after this, the next card videos you see will be set completion videos, right? That would be ideal, honestly. Who's that guy? Sunder? Oh, that's numbered. Didn't notice that. Like I said, that's usually where at the end I go through everything anyway, just to cover what might be some kind of special, because I don't really notice it during these videos. I'm just looking at it, just talking about stuff. It's not always the best way to go about it. I get that. It might bother some people. I don't know. But so far, there haven't been any, like, a lot of overall complaining about things, about how I do stuff. So I guess that's good. I don't know. Either way, so there's Mant. I don't think I've ever seen this person before. I mean, I saw the show, so I guess I have seen them before, but you know what I mean. Let's see. Here's this. We're almost done here. I think there was two more packs left in here, so yeah. Got Cyclops on this one. But yeah, I am curious to see like what other sets they'll be bringing out, because I mean, this Topps has this line now, and I'm not gonna judge Topps based off of just this, because again, it's only like one set out of the cards that they've made in the past. I don't know what those look like, but this is my first time really dealing with them. So I'm gonna hold my judgment until I get through and see more stuff. But I would, even though I'm not like super high on these, I'd be up for buying more stuff from them, right? Was there? Oh, okay, yeah, that was it. Because at the end of the day, if they're making more Marvel things, I do like Marvel things, so yeah, why wouldn't I give them some money, right? All right, last set. Let's see, or last package. So there's that, and there's this guy. There's a little mother-son moment there. I've seen that guy a time or two. And Dark Star. Okay. I don't think I've seen like too many doubles to the point to where it's like getting noticeable. So I do like that. All right, so there's that. I'm going to go through these, see what all's in here that is worth talking about. Then I'll talk about that separately. From me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever's wherever you are. Otherwise, for right now, I think this is what I'm doing next. Yeah, so if you want to see some stuff about these, that's what's going on. All right, later, people. Okay, so let's talk about those X-Men 97 cards, the ones that I got that might be worth talking about. This first half or so of the stack, I'm honestly not sure, but gauge it for yourself. So this right here, these first ones up are going to be listed as just uncommon, right? So on the back of the card there, it just says uncommon. So I don't know, you can take from that if that matters to you or not. I'm just going to show you, right? But at the end of the day, right, I mean, you're at least being able to skip to this part of the video and not have to sit through the whole thing if you don't want to. Same thing with these ultimates are also just uncommon. In a second, though, you will see some that have a slightly different background color. And those will be like, oh, here we go, right on cue. And those will be rare, right? Something like that. Rare, there it is. So ultimates, more ultimates, right? And then this one, I guess this one was also just uncommon, right? Yeah, so uncommon masters, right? So then you got this one as well here. And then this one would be back to the rare stuff. So there's that for you. Like I said, it just says on the back, rare. Now, these blue ones right here, I don't know what the deal is with them. I don't know what's special about them or anything like that, or ratio-wise, I should say. But, you know, you don't see a whole lot of them. So there's that for you. Then there were a few of these things sprinkled in there too. I'm not sure what these are called, but yeah, I didn't see a lot of them. So I'm going to show you these as well. Let you see what all's going on here real quick. Get my thumb out of the way, kind of, sort of, right? When you're doing these videos, it's not always easy, right? Because, you know, like to show things without getting your fingers all in the way. This one right here, was this? Oh, this is one of those refractor cards, right? So there's that. And it does say common, but at the same time, it's not super common because it's got like the rainbow sort of effect to it. So you got that thing going on there. And I believe this falls into the same category, right? Yeah, refractor thing. So there's going to be Callisto for you. Almost dropped some stuff there. And then strong guy here, right? And there was something about this Archangel that I think was worth pointing out. Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. Maybe I just liked it. Either way, so another refractor card. So that's that for you. And then moving on past that, this right here, the Gambit card. I don't know what this thing was. CA6, whatever that is, but that's this. And getting into the numbered cards, we're finishing off this little part of the video. 51 out of 199 for this here Colossus. Show you the back end real quick in case you're curious to see it. Same sort of thing, 30 out of 97 for Sunder. Show you that there, right? See what's going on with that. This right here, I thought this kind of seemed a little weird. Didn't notice that number down on the bottom, 52 out of 97. Standard stuff on the back for the most part, though. And then finishing off, we have Exodus, right? So 20 out of 25. So there you go. That's all the special type stuff I got out of here. So do whatever you want to with this information. Honestly, I'm not sure why I put these videos up other than just for my own entertainment. But hopefully it's of some sort of value. All right, that's it. Later, people.